We're doing 30 minutes of live side split stretching. We're starting right now. We do this every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community because we're here all the time and you can keep coming back. And hopefully together we can make some progress towards our side split goals. It is Saturday, so welcome back. I hope you had a good, actually it's Sunday. I take it back. It is Sunday. Yesterday was Saturday. I hope you had a good weekend and I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. And I hope that this stretching session fits perfectly into an even better weekend. All right, let's get started. We're doing hip cars, the first of our 3 warm-up exercises. Hip cars is all about moving your leg through its full range of motion at that hip joint using muscle power. And we're going to do that by lifting the knee up as high as it can go, opening that hip directly out to the left or right as wide as you can. Rotate that leg so that the ankle is up as high as possible. Keep that knee high. And then finally, bring that leg down and back. Flex your hamstrings, flex your glutes. Feel that stretch in the front of your leg. That is 1 rep of the hip car. CAR stands for controlled articulated rotations. Controlled means we're going to try and get to our deepest, strongest contraction. All right. All right. Let's do our 10 reps on this leg. High knee, open, ankle, down and back. 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 That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. If you're just joining in, we're doing hip cars. This is all about getting your hip and your leg to its full range of motion. It's typically where you are the weakest, and we're trying to strengthen that. All right. So we're going to start with high knee. Open up that leg directly to the left or right, depending on how this video is mirrored when it's shown on YouTube and TikTok. Bring the ankle up as high as possible. I'm going to kick somebody to the side. Keep that knee high, and then bring the leg down and back. Down and back looks like this, but from the side, we're flexing the hamstring, we're flexing the glutes, and we're pulling the leg out behind us. All right, that's 1 rep. We're doing that 10 times. Let's go. High knee, open, ankle, down and back. 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 I think that's 5, 6, 7, oh, I'm off balance. 8, 9, and 10. All right, we have just done hip cars going forward on both legs. Now it's time to go backwards. What that means is instead of going with a high knee first, we're going to bring our leg down and back. Back like this. Flex the hamstring, flex the glutes, then lift directly up to the side like we're going to kick somebody. Rotate the leg so that your foot is down and your knee is still up, and then bring that knee to the front. All right, that is 1 rep. We're gonna do that 10 times on the left side, 10 times on the right side. I'll pop in, check the comments real quick. I find it easier to do the forward because it's the first one we start with. Queen R. Okay. I don't think there's anything else I need to address in the chat. I think. No, all right, let's keep going. Hip cars, going in reverse. Let's go. Down and back, sideways, ankle, knee. Down and back, sideways, ankle, knee. That's 2, 3. If you have no idea why we're doing this, is because we're doing 30 minutes of side split stretching right now. We're at the very beginning. This is the first warm-up exercise. We're working on getting as much motion in the hips as possible, strengthening that extreme range of motion. And I think that's 10 on that side. Let's switch over to the other side. Whew. Back, side, ankle, knee. Ooh, my hip just cracked. But I think after 2 of those, my joints start figuring it out. Okay, there we go. Boom, that's 2. Back, side, ankle, knee. Back, side, ankle, knee. And where was I? We do this every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, and hopefully together we can make a whole bunch of progress towards our size split goals. Okay, we just did hip cars on the left side and the right side, front and back. We're done with those. I hope you're tired and you're sweaty and you're warmed up because those are all the things that I'm supposed to do. All right, we're moving on into warm-up exercise number 2, and that is the elephant walk. Whew. All right, so we're folding out the hips, getting into this L shape. If you're a little bit higher up, that's totally okay. Everybody's got to start somewhere. Try to bring your belly button down to the ground. You can do some of these little baby pulses. Just feel the tightening in the hamstring as you do it. And take some nice big deep breaths. See if you can relax. All right. Now, next up, we're going to bend one knee, straighten out the other. We're going to try to feel that hamstring stretch in the bent leg as well as in the straightened leg. We're going to bring the belly button down as much as possible. We're going to keep switching back and forth. All right. This is the walking part of the elephant walk. We can just do a couple like this in place to start. And if you want, you can actually take steps to walk. And you can do these however you want. It's not that important as long as you're feeling the hamstring stretch in between each movement. All right. So that means if you take a step with your left, if your leg is straightened and you're going to do this stretch, that's fine. If your leg in front is going to be bent and the back leg is straightened, and you get this intense stretch by bringing your chest down to that bent leg, that's also good. Whatever it is you want to do, as long as you're feeling the hamstring stretch and you're moving back and forth in between them, it is fine with me. We're warming up those hamstrings. They are my most troublesome muscle, and that is why I make sure to do a whole bunch of these to start. All right. I hope you've done more than 10. I'm pretty sure I've done way more than 10. So let's keep going. On to warm-up exercise number 3. We're doing the Cossack switch, and that looks a little bit like this. We're going to stand here, open up our hips open up our legs, to about 2 times our hips width, and point our feet out about 45 degrees. Now, I want you to drop down to one side. My ankle just cracked. I don't know if you heard that. But I want you to keep your knee in line with your toe. All right? I'll show it to you from this side. I want you to drop down and keep your knee right over your toe. I don't want this or that. There's a time and a place to train that. It's not right now. All right? And come on down into this position. Feel the stretch in your Achilles tendon. Feel the pressure in the front of your ankle. Feel the pressure in your hip. Calm down, chill, relax for a little bit. On the other foot, make sure your heel is down and your knee and your toes are pointing up. All right? I'm just going to hang out here for a couple of seconds. Most people don't spend any time in a crazy position like this, so give yourself a couple of seconds to adjust and get used to this position. If your heel is coming off the ground like mine is right now, you can pull back just a little bit, come up to a higher position, and your heel will be able to stay down. It's usually helpful for helping you stay a little bit more balanced when your heel is down. All right. Now that we've hung out here for a while, take your hands, help you bring yourself over to the other side, and do the same thing on the other side. Feel the pressure in the front of the heel, in the front of the ankle. Feel the stretch in the Achilles and the back of the calf, and feel that pressure in the hip joint. Hang out here for a bit. You can take some time to experiment with the angles. All right. Experiment with your heels coming off the ground. Bring your knee really far forward. You can experiment with standing up straighter, leaning further forward. It's usually harder to sit up or stay up more upright. And you can also experiment with the angle that you keep your leg, right? It's totally possible to do a version where your knee is pointing almost directly in front of you. It's also possible to do a version where it's pointing out that way. Or if you really open up, it's possible to point out that way. So experiment with it, see which versions you're strongest in, see which versions you're weakest in, and do a little bit of everything. All right. From here, I'm going to scoot back so I'm in the camera. Hang out on this side. Now we're going to do the switch part of the Cossack switch. We've spent a bunch of time chilling in this position, getting used to it. Now we're going to move from side to side. All right. And the actual switches of the Cossack switch. Like I said, you can always put your hands down to help you get over. If that is uncomfortable for you somehow, you can always come up a little bit higher and then come down, or you can come all the way up like a squat and then come back down. Whatever it is you decide to do, it's all good. We're working on stretching the hips, strengthening the lower leg muscles, and that's great. All right, we're basically done with our warm-up exercises. If you're just joining in now, we just did a whole bunch of movement to strengthen our muscles in the hips, in the deep extreme ranges of motion. And we're almost done with that part. It's time to move into the 5 stretches. The first stretch that we're going to do is the hamstring stretch. If you're just joining in, you have no idea why we're doing any stretches. We're preparing for the side splits. The 5th and final stretch that we do is 3 rounds of side splits. And everything we do before that is to warm up our bodies, warm up our hips, get us ready to do side splits. We pre-stretch the hamstrings, we pre-stretch the hips, the glutes to make sure that when we do the side splits, we get the most bang for the buck out of the time that we spend in that uncomfortable position. All right. Whew. So if you're having fun so far, if you're enjoying, you're interested, make sure to hit follow, subscribe, get notified. We do this training every single day, so you can always come back, hang out with the community, and get a little bit deeper into your side splits. All right. Let's get into that first stretch, the hamstring stretch. I recommend you grab a cushion. I just knocked over 2 grabbing this one. But you can use anything that is soft enough to put your knee on, because we're getting into this position on the ground. All right. I have used old towels. I've used cushions, sofa cushions. I've used slippers, flip-flops, chanclas, and go ahead and take a second to grab whatever you need to pad that knee. You only need one. Only one knee is going to be down at a time. All right. Next up, I want you to focus on keeping your hips square right in front of you and stick the other leg out in front. All right. We want to focus on the belly button and try to bring the belly button down and forward right over our legs. We don't want the leg to go out like this. All right. That's a no-no. We want the leg to stay right in front so we can focus on this stretch in the front in the hamstring. All right. When you're folding forward, I'm going to rotate so you see this folding forward a little bit better. When you fold forward, you want your belly button to come down to the ground. All right. We want to feel the stretch building, getting more intense in that hamstring. And you can do a couple of little baby pulses. Take a couple of nice deep breaths and see if you can relax into a deeper stretch. Sometimes just by getting into this position, we're all tense and nervous. And by taking a nice big deep breath, we can relax a little bit. It's a little bit like magic. All right. Next, we're going to hold this stretch for 30 seconds. And I'll count us down so you don't have to count. And the goal is to bring your belly button as low to the thigh as possible. All right. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. You can experiment with how you want to do this. You can bend your knee a little bit and then straighten it out, feeling that really intense stretch. You can just focus on bring your belly button as low to the ground as much as possible. You can do some mini pulses, whatever it is you want. You can keep going and try that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, man. Whew. Hamstring stretch is done. Let's switch over to the other side. I'm going to check the comments real quick, see if there's anything I've missed. Scroll, 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 scroll. I don't think I see anything, but if I have missed something, just send it again and let me know. All right. Let's go. Other side. Drop down to your knee. Extend the leg straight out in front of you. I'm going to throw those cushions out of the way. And fold and bring your belly button down. Feel the stretch building in your hamstring. Take a big breath. Relax. Try to get into a deeper stretch. And belly button down to the ground, 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. Whew. Hamstring stretch is done. Take that cushion, throw it away. We don't need it anymore. Oh, okay. If you did that right, your hamstrings feeling real tingly, maybe a little bit unhappy with you, but that's part of the process. All right. Whew. We did the elephant walk to start and at the beginning, and we were doing a lot of movement like this. Now we've done the stretch, trying to push that even further. That's why we do the elephant walk to start, to get you prepared for the hamstring stretch. All right, we're going to move on to stretch number 2, and that is called the butterfly. The butterfly basically looks like this. We're bringing our feet together, and we're trying to stretch out the groin by bringing the knees down. If you grab your feet, you can force your knees down with your muscles, and that's one way to get into the stretch. But I recommend you get to a wall and put your hips, your shoulders, your head, everything against that wall. That will give you something to push against. All right. So again, bring your feet together and in towards you. Flex the outer thigh muscles, flex the glutes to bring your knees down to the ground. And then once you cannot get any deeper, take your hands. Your shoulder and head are pushing against the wall, and your arms can push into your legs to apply more pressure. Whew, okay, feel that stretch. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, okay. Relax. Let the arms go. Use your hands to help move your legs a little bit. Flap the wings of this butterfly. And once your legs are working again like normal, we can move on to our third stretch. We're doing the standing pancake next. Whew. Okay, let's see. All right. Thank you for addressing that, Queen R. And I don't think we have any other comments to address on TikTok either. So let's keep going. Standing pancake is the third stretch of our series. And if you're new to this, I recommend you do this against a wall or really close to a wall. And that's because if you lose balance and you start slipping backwards, the wall will catch you. All right. It's just perfectly stationed right there for you to stay safe. And the safer you feel, the easier it will be to stretch into a deeper position. So everything is working with you. All right. For the standing pancake, what we're going to do is open up our legs nice and wide. Once it gets uncomfortable in the hips, stop, come up just a little bit, and fold at the hips. All right. From the side, it'll look something like this. It'll look like the hamstring stretch that we just did. But the difference is, and if I'll show you from an angle, our legs are spread wide. Okay. Take your time, get into a deep position if you can, and focus on bringing your belly button down to the ground as low as you can. I recommend, if you have socks, to take them off because it takes a lot of effort to control from sliding out. And it's much easier if you don't have slippery feet. All right. From here, we have two options. We can stick our butts out, hands forward to feel the pull of gravity bringing us down, or we can grab our legs and pull ourselves deeper into the stretch. Whatever you decide to do, pick it. You can always switch at any time. If any part it gets uncomfortable, too scary, way too painful, you can always come up and back into standing. So don't worry about it. All right. Let's go. Let's get ready. 30 seconds. Whew. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22. Wow, I'm really tired today. Feeling really weak. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, okay. Come on up out of that stretch. If you were watching me and you're wondering, hey, he's doing something that he didn't even talk about. What the heck? Let me talk about it. If you feel like your legs are a little too slippery for some reason today, maybe you just mopped the floor, it's still a little bit wet, you're wearing socks, your feet are slipping away, you can always put your hand down and still feel the stretch. By putting your hand down, you're supporting a little bit of your body weight, so less of it is pulling down with gravity. But if you bend your elbows, you can control how much or how little assistance you're giving yourself. All right. So if you're feeling unsafe, you're feeling uncomfortable, you can always put your hands down and reduce the amount of help that you give to yourself when you bend your elbows. All right. So next time we can give that a try. All right. There's a third of our 5 stretches. We just did the standing pancake. Oh, we're going into round 4. And by round 4, I mean stretch number 4. Stretch number 4 is the figure 4 stretch. And it's called the figure 4 stretch because we're bringing the ankle across to our opposite hip and it makes this number 4. What we're doing is bring the ankle to the opposite hip and bring the chest down. So from the side, it looks something like this. All right. We can do this 2 ways. We can do this laying down on our backs so that we are here and pull our leg in like so. Or we can cross that leg over to the other side and let gravity do a lot of the work. You can decide which one you want to do. I'm going to do the pigeon. It's what we call the version where your stomach is pointing down. And we're going to do that for 30 seconds. Let's get into position. And let's go. 30, 29, 28. I forgot to mention, try to keep your hips and your chest low to the ground. Feel the stretch and the pressure in this outer glute and in the hip. 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, come on up out of that stretch. Swing over, go to the other side, and let's do the same on the other side. This is the 4th of our 5 stretches. Right after this, we're going into our 3 rounds of side splits. Look forward to it. Stay strong. Let's go. Last stretch before the side splits. Keep your hips low, keep your chest low. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, come on out of that stretch. Come on out. Shake out the legs. Relax for a second. Congratulations. We are almost done. It's time for the side splits. I'm going to put my socks back on because I like the extra slipperiness for the side split. And you'll see that in a second, why it's super useful. I'm going to come back and check to see if there's any comments I need to address. And I think everything is looking Good. All right. If Travel with Roxy sent a heart, the first gift they've ever sent. Express your appreciation. Travel with Roxy, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Um, I am pretty new to TikTok, so I really have no idea what that actually means. So I doubly appreciate it because you just introduced me to something new. All right. We have, let's see, how many minutes in? We're 25 minutes in. We got 3 rounds of side splits to do, starting right now. And I'm going to walk us through it slowly, one step at a time for that first round. And then the next 2, we're going to go pick up the speed a little bit. So, because, you know the drill. I'm going to say everything out loud, but I'm going to spend less time explaining it. And yeah, if you're having fun, please follow, subscribe, and make sure to get notified so you can keep coming back for more side splits. All right, let's go. Whew. If you're new to this, I recommend you do it really close to a wall. If you are one step in front of the wall and you lose balance, the wall will catch you and that'll keep you safe. And everybody is good if you're feeling safer. All right. Next up, we're going to open up the hips as wide as they can go. Feel the pressure at the hips here. When it gets uncomfortable, stop. Come back up a little bit if you want. Fold. Put your hands down like you're going to do some push-ups. All right. When you're in this position, most of your body weight, or half the body weight, is in your hands and half is in your legs. When you do that, it makes it easier for you to rotate the leg. What I want you to do is rotate the leg so that your heel is down, your toes are up, and your knees are pointing up. But I want you to do that on both sides. Allow me to demonstrate. Like so. Toes up, knees up, heels down, heels down. All right. From here, I want you to walk your hands back towards your hips. The more you do that, the more pressure from the rest of your body weight is getting sent right over into your legs. If you are totally stuck and you can't go any further, it's totally fine. You can stop right here. If you want to try to go into a slightly deeper position, you can put your hands all the way deep in between your legs and have that weight right over your split. All right. Do a little wiggle from side to side. Maybe it's just a little bit of sticky friction in your feet that's keeping you there. And if you can't move anymore, it's time to start at 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Remember to breathe. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh, I lost balance. See, that's why I recommend you use the wall. Where are we at? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, crawl forward. Come on out of that side split stretch and back into standing. I very, very infrequently lose balance and slip backwards. And I think it's because the stocks are slippery. So the same reason why I was able to get into a deeper side split stretch is the same reason I fell backwards. Bummer. Okay. It's the price to pay for the decisions you make. All right, let's wiggle, relax the muscles. We just did our first side split stretch. We got 2 more to go. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And make sure your muscles are working. What I mean by that is, let's do a couple of hula hooping type things. Oh, feel the stretch in the front of the hip. I always feel a really good stretch right here where my hands are. And then I make sure these hip flexors in the front are working. Make sure my ankles and my knees are doing fine. I make sure to do a couple of little butt kickers just to make sure all the main muscle groups that we just tried to stretch out and put a lot of tension on are back to normal and functioning as usual. If something feels weird for you, please take a break, chill. It's not that important that we stretch for 3 rounds. What's more important is that your body works, you stay safe, and you don't get injured. All right. So what we just did is a little quick test to make sure everything's working, loosen it up so that we can go back into round 2 of the side splits. Let's go. Same thing. If you are really close to a wall, it'll be easier for the wall to catch you. I was kind of not close to the wall because I was hot-headed and I slipped a little bit because my socks are slippery and I fell on my butt. So if that makes you scared, please get close to a wall so that if you fall backwards, the wall will catch you. All right, enough of that. Let's get into round two. Open up the legs nice and wide. Put your hands down like you're doing a push-up. Externally rotate the legs so that your toes are up, your heels are down, and your knees are pointing up on both sides of your legs. Walk your hands back so that all of your body weight, or almost all of it, is right above your legs. And that'll help you get into a deeper side split stretch. Do a little wiggle from side to side to see if you can get a little bit more out of the split. And when you are totally stuck and can't go any further, let's do our 30 seconds of side split stretching starting right now. 30, 29, 28, 27. Remember to breathe. Hopefully you're not like me and have to talk the whole time. 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Last 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, crawl forward. Come on back out of that stretch. The second time is always more difficult than the first time. Oh, my legs are tired. Let's shake them out. Shake, shake, shake. Shake out your hands. Maybe you don't feel like the arms did that much work, but they were supporting you. They were keeping you up and balanced. They deserve some relaxation as well. All right. Let's make sure we do our hula hooping. Oh, I always feel that really intense stretch in the front of the hips, and it only gets more important to do this every single round after the first. Let's do our knee raises, some mini squats, make sure the ankles are working, kick ourselves in the butt, and that is how we finish round two. It's time for round three. If you guys are just hopping in and have no idea what we're doing, we just did 30-ish minutes of live side split stretching. We do this every single day to practice consistency because that is how you make progress in the side splits. It's not magic, it's consistency. And hopefully, if enough people keep coming back practicing consistency, we'll have a little bit of a community built up of people trying to do side splits. So if you're here, you've been here for a while, if you've been back many times, please feel free to introduce yourself, get to know each other, and hopefully together we can make some progress towards our side split goals. Wow. Been talking too much. I need to drink more water. All right. Let's get into round three of our side splits, wrap up for today, and get you back to doing whatever else you need to do today because it's Sunday. All right. If you're new to this, stay close to a wall so that if you lose balance and you slip backwards, the wall will catch you. All right. Let's open up our hips. Bring the legs wide apart. Feel the pressure in the hips. As soon as it's uncomfortable, fold. Put your hands down so that you're doing almost push-ups. But don't actually do push-ups. This is just how I demonstrate how the hands are positioned. Next, externally rotate your legs so that your toes are up, your heel is down, and your knee is pointing up. Do that on both legs, both sides. Walk your hands back towards your hips. Feel that pressure building in your side split muscles. Do a little wiggle from side to side. Think it's a dance. It'll make this suffering more worthwhile if you dance. All right. When you cannot get any deeper, it's time for our 30 seconds, our final 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, walk those hands forward. Bring the legs back in. Oh, struggle, struggle, struggle. Come back into standing. And shake it out. Relax. Congratulations. We have just completed the whole entire side split workout. I hope you are feeling proud because that was intense. And every day is intense. But you came in, you did it, Ugh, your hips may or may not be working, but that's what we got the next couple of seconds for, to make sure all this weird wiggling thing that I do actually does something. Shake out the legs, shake out the arms, do that hula hoop thing I keep on talking about, because I don't know about you, but the front of my hips always needs some stretching after the side splits. In particular, it's this position right here and this position right here. Feeling the stretch coming up the side. I don't know about the rest. I guess it's nice to relax my lower back when I do this part, but mostly it's just these two. So if you just want to lean from side to side, that works for me. Let's do some knee raises. Make sure all of your muscles are working. There's nothing that's uncomfortable. Let's work on some butt kickers. And with that, whew, we are all done. We are wrapped up. That is it for today. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back and practicing side splits with me. I hope you had fun. I hope the energy was good. I hope you feel like you made some progress and you got some worthwhile movement into your day. So that's what we're here for, and that's what we're all about. Trying to help you get a little bit better at the side splits. Me too. You saw I can't do the side splits yet. I'm working on it, and hopefully, us working on it together gives you a little bit of motivation to keep coming back, and we can work on it together. All right, that's it from me. And unless any last minute comments come in, I'm gonna shut down in like 10 seconds. Travel with Roxy says this was great. Thank you so much, Travel with Roxy. And on YouTube, Queen R says, I feel like I often forget to breathe during stretching, so thanks for the reminder. That's scary because we do the stretch for like 30 seconds at a time. I hope you're not holding your breath for 30 seconds. I can't imagine that you are, because we do a lot of stretches and I set up for the stretches and I give us a lot of time to sort of adjust into position for the stretches. And if you know exactly what you're doing, you might be holding that stretch for actually like 45 seconds. And that's like a secret I don't talk about. If you're like a super expert and you know exactly what we're going to do, because the process is the same every time, right? We basically do the same thing every video, and I explain a lot. But if you know exactly what you're doing and get right into it, you can hold that stretch for a lot longer while I explain, and extra stretch time for you, right? Making the most out of your time. But yeah, I hope you're not holding your breath for that whole entire time, Queen, because I know you're a regular, and I know you don't need the explanations. But yeah, I hope you're breathing. All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming. It is good to see you. I think we have trouble with Roxy here, and user 639-264-9292. Thank you for staying on and hanging out the whole time on TikTok. I appreciate it. I hope you had fun. I hope you'll consider hitting follow, subscribe, and make sure you keep coming back to practice side splits. I plan to be here for the rest of the week, for the rest of the month. So, keep coming back. All right. That is it. I have no idea who else is still on via YouTube, because YouTube is not so good at showing that kind of stuff. It's very much not personal, and that is what it is. All right, that's it. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming. I appreciate you. I'll see you soon. Bye.